One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're back at the front of the base.
Sure.
Zabar, shut up. I'm busy here. Okay, I forgot about these guys. They kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Let's get that med pack. What do you got? Nothing? Okay. So now we're done in the Volker base. 2 more med packs. Jesus Christ, we're getting a lot of them. 8 advanced, 18 antidotes, 28 regular med packs. Jesus. I think it's time to collect some bounties from Zax. I mean, it's not like we're strapped for cash or anything, but at the same time, I want money. Come on, don't do this. And since y'all have already heard the dialogue, I'm just gonna skip some of it. Alrighty. So now to go to we got a couple things to do up in the upper city, but we can do that after we talk to Gadden. Because now we talk to Gadden. And I have no idea. Oh wait, yeah I do. I remember. Somebody in here has some cool armor that I would love to have. That's just clothing. That's a combat suit. That's just clothing. I've seen somebody walk around here with some cool armor.
You have returned. You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Well, tried to make that quiet. Probably gonna be loud still, but yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hiddenbeck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you won't stand a chance.
Gadden, you can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator isn't stable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
So, you want me to do this in case it blows up?
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles.
Okay.
You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts. And you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
What doesn't make any sense is how he said I have the look of a racer. but he's blind. Had to make sure I was recording. Alright. Oh, here's armor that I'd like to have, but they don't have it. Well, your player can get it. It's similar to... I don't have it, do I? No. The armor that Karth has on.
Topadabung Waliagando Donado Chuchut, Musha Papampa, Polawana Chitne, Bamuli Slemo, Podawanga, Kumbes Mulira Rabes, Tiska du Suki Gumba, Nabona Nagachu, Tuinkotu, Topadabung Waliagando Nago Chuchut, Kabachi, Kuita Hodonga, Yalamo Inkapung, Jiloba Mulirani Bobo, Wango Kumbes Gang, Bamamarulira. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai, Ina Kun Mama Rulira Rachikun, Slimo Padona, Rundi Hadonga Chikonkabi.
So 38:43 is the time to beat.
Ubapatu Kochi, Tom Nongbong Shang Nung Yang.
You only have to beat the time barely. And this is a short track, easy track. So I'm gonna do some maneuvering because you have to beat the thing twice. And if you do everything right the first time, like perfect run the first time, there's no way you can beat the second one because he'll beat your time. Just barely beat it. See, I beat his time by 10 seconds. Okay, so he just beat my time. My time was 28, 20 something.
나보다 니 winky smack toma. Wanna kun best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai.
Oh, my time was worse. So 28:40. Now it's time to put the pedal to the metal and beat this dude to the ground. So like I said, you have to do it twice. If you don't beat the times, I think you only get 3 chances. It does kind of get harder to see. See, we just beat the time again. But you only have 3 chances to beat the times.
She offered to. She enjoyed it out. And very good. And she began Gorubio Tuftadan Gelva. Oisidan Gelva. Uden Tufblab Fandigo Gelva. Oisidan Gelva Badi.
Ubapatu Kochi. Tom Nombong Jang Nung Yang. Tom Katok Smaktelia. Kuyabi just kuna kitanai. Ina kuna marura rachikun. Slimo patona. Jiska du suki kuba na bona naikachu. Tuin kotu. Topada bunkwalya gandonago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hotonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulirani bobo. Wango kumbes gang. Ba mamarulira. Yatuka uwan kinkuna ba mulira. Rachikun. Mucha.
People, hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know. The winning rider cheated! Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage. Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulca's share of the victory prize.
Jawana bota ayuhata honga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topada bunkwalya gando donado chuchut. Musha.
You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brezhik.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brezhik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
Yep, so Jennifer Hale plays Bastila. And she just freed herself. So now we have to survive the attack. And by survive the attack, I mean we mop the floor with everybody. Alright, that's enough playing around. Just, there we go. Now to get all the goodies. Since everybody else ran off. Let's see. Brejik's armband, Brejik's gloves, and his belt.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulkars will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure of it. How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
Long story.
Well, we don't have time for it now. We have to get out of here before the Sith show up to sort out this mess. Is there somewhere safe we can go?
I was planning to take this to save you. We'll slow down.
Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you hadn't noticed, I managed to free myself from that neural restraint collar without your help. In fact, it's more accurate to say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulkars would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let's go.
Karth Onasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Karth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Karth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still tend to act a bit rashly sometimes. Please, take me to Karth right away. Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
That's correct.
You cannot win, Revan.
Bastila, you're alive! Finally things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taris yet? What have you been doing all this time?
Trying to save you if you can't remember.
I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly. Hopefully our escape from Taris will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brejik.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will.
That's right. Now, show some respect, Bastila.
Yes, you're right, of course. I apologize, Karth. This has been a difficult time for me. Of course, I'm happy to listen to your advice. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith. I think we'll need some help getting off Taris. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you.
Vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
You're fighting a Jedi.
It's strange. Such visions are often a sign of Force sensitivity. I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the Force. It would not be unheard of. When we first met, your natural talent may have fed off my own Force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the Force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories. The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Taris, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Taris.
Alright, cool. Bastil's lightsaber. That I've never noticed the blades do that before. Can't really upgrade it. I don't think we can do anything else to anything, can we? Nope. Let's go ahead and talk to her again.
How can I help? I would like to know what happened after you crashed on Taurus. I'm curious as to what you and Karth were doing before we all joined forces.
You know, the same old, same old. We were just trying to get some strippers and hookers.
I managed to free myself, as I recall. In fact, if I hadn't been there, Brejik and his thugs might have killed you in that fight. It's probably more accurate to say that I rescued you.
Yeah, you didn't escape until I
I'll
arrived.
admit that I probably wouldn't have been able to free myself if not for the brawl after the swoop race. I guess I should thank you for that, at least. Actually, your presence at the swoop track is what I'm curious about. It couldn't have been an easy task to find me there, yet somehow you managed. You also avoided detection by the Sith, discovered I was a Vulca prisoner, gained sponsorship for the race, and became the Taurus swoop champion. That's quite a resume.
And rescued the damsel in distress.
Yes, well, I hardly consider myself a damsel in distress. I'm a member of the Jedi Order, after all. But I won't deny you've impressed me with what you've done. When you were chosen to join this mission, I doubt any of us expected this much from you. A Jedi could have done such things, of course, but only by drawing heavily upon the Force. The Force is in all of us, though for most people it's barely a measurable whisper. But there are some individuals outside the Jedi Order that we consider Force-sensitive. It's obvious to me that the Force has been working through you. There is no other explanation for your great success, though I'm not certain what to make of this discovery. Perhaps if you weren't... well, if you were younger, the Jedi might take you for training. But as it is... Ah, yes, the rescue again. Very well, for what it's worth, I concede the point to you. You rescued me from Brejik, and yet we're still stuck here on Taurus. Hopefully, between your abilities, my Jedi training, and the skills of our companions, we can find a way off this planet.
Hopefully so. Now to talk to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind? You do? Well, fair enough. What do you want to discuss? I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try and explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period. Maybe so, but I've been betrayed before by people that, well, it just won't happen again, that's all. I don't know that you'll betray me, but there are no guarantees. Not for you, not for me. You don't have to take it personally. Well, you can stop wondering. I'm not. No, I don't want to talk about it. What I want is to save the galaxy, if that's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important to you? Why do you even care? We don't have time for this, so can we please just drop it for now? Can we pick it up later if you really must? I want to get underway.
Mission.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
That sounded a little sexual. And you're underage. I don't like this.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know? Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble. Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold. Hey, don't treat me like I'm a little girl. I ain't no kid. I'm 14 years old. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat. Are you kidding? Big Z ain't like that. He's just a big old softy inside. Of course, the Volkers didn't know that. The other two screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
We should get back.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
Wait a second, you got a brother?
My brother's a touchy subject, you know? It just so happens, I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
So, she's got a brother. We can't talk to Zalbar about his past, because he doesn't like talking about it, because he's mysterious. Bastila mission. One more conversation.
Kin kun no ba muli ra chin kun. Tong hai tun kun ching. Ni bobo jimata ni punat.
Yep, that's right.
Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kunbes. Chink palamul tong king ba na konkek.
Yes, I am skipping some of the dialogue because aliens that speak in their native tongue talk way too slow.
Shagji kin lord chawata uma.
If you want to sit and listen to it, just go ahead and pause and read it. I'll keep listening to the people who speak English or Spanish if they end up speaking Spanish, but I don't think they actually do in this game. No, you get treat injury. But yeah, I'm gonna start skipping alien conversations a little bit, mainly because they take way too long, and we don't have time for that.
What?
Alright,
Sure.
This is where we're going to end this episode. We'll be back in the next part, going to talk to Canderous, so I'll see y'all then.